All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of The Arm Barn. I'm super excited because I get to say something that I have never gotten to say so far. This is going to be my favorite guest I've ever had on the show. She's laughing right now because she knows that there's only one other person that if I ever get them on, I'll say that for, and that's Marshawn Lynch, just because I've always wanted to have a conversation with him. So Nikole Van Gennep, welcome to the show.
Hey.
I'm super happy to have you here, Cole. I'm excited because, to be honest, you don't talk about certain softball things that I wish you would talk about more because I am interested in them. So I'm going to ask you all the questions that you never actually give me answers for. So, yeah. So, Cole, everybody, this is my fiance. She was a stud softball player in high school. We're going to get at Lincoln Way East High School in Illinois. Shout out to Lincoln Way East, the Griffins.
Go Blue.
Then go Blue. Then she went on to play her college softball at Eckerd, where I played baseball at all 4 years. That's obviously where we met. And now she is currently student teaching in third grade. Is that pretty much sums it all up?
And coach at East too.
Oh yeah. Okay. I forgot about that. So she is a softball coach at the high school as well. You're right. I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
So Cole, let's get right into it. I know you're itching because I know what's about to happen. So everybody, last week, if you listened to the show, I had Gardner Nutter from Lumberland on, and I made a jingle for the Lumberland bat mug. So if you listened last week, you know what this segment is about to be. But everybody, I'm super excited for this week.
Guest song of the week.
We on a single, just a little single. S-I-G-L-E single. We on a single, just a little single. S-I-G-L-E single. Yeah. It's the Arm Barn Podcast. Yeah. This shit about softball, knew I could rap. These dirt queens are savages, they don't just slap. Yeah, first base, second base, third place, home are y'all's rides on the bus lit. Jerome, I will tell you one thing that I do know. Seen your girl in cleats is lit. Mizuno, 200-foot fence, I don't give a shit. I've seen baseball players strike out in slow pitch. If you didn't play in college, close your damn mouth. If you didn't play in college, close your damn mouth. Hope our kids have my girl swing. I ain't saying that for clout. I ain't saying that for clout. Single, just a little single. S-I-G-L-E single. We want a single, just a little single. S-I-G-L-E
Oh my God.
All right, everybody, there you have it. This week's.
Guest song of the week.
Honestly, I don't have too much to say about it. I'm just having fun with all these things, Cole. I hope you enjoyed it. Seemed to put a smile on your face. I wore the Steelers sweatshirt because, to be honest, I don't think many people are going to get that reference right away. I don't know why I threw it in there, but I did. So when I do say, do y'all have fun on the bus, whatever I say there, I reference Jerome Bettis, the bus, who was a running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Other than that, I don't got much to say about that. I hope everybody enjoyed this week's guest song of the week. So initial thoughts, you got anything to say about it? What do you think?
It was interesting. I liked your softball cheer. I know you asked which one is more popular, and that's the one you went with.
I know. So when I was talking to Meredith about it, because I texted it to one of Nicole's best friends who is a softball player as well. And she responded back. She said, it sounded awesome in my car. The bass was bumping in my car. And I did listen to it in my car, and the bass is insane in the car too. So yeah, that's the song I made for you this week. I'm hoping to put some videos of you dropping some bombs and over it, maybe with that playing in the background and stuff, see what happens on all the social media. So All right. So after we hear the song, softball obviously is going to be a main topic that we talk about to get started here. So let's get into your high school career just quick. Cole, so tell me, I know you made it to the state championship game, you've hit a million home runs, you're a stud, all that stuff. But I actually want you to talk about what it's like and how hard it is to get recruited out of high school to go play college softball.
Okay, well, for me, it was a little bit different just because of who I played for and like just based off of kind of who I knew and who like my coaches knew. But for girls, it's a whole lot different than like baseball because there's a lot of places and like you can be kind of just average and you can go somewhere. So it is a little bit different in that aspect. And then where it's different with like boys is I feel like they get recruited a little bit later. Whereas like when I got recruited, I was, beginning-ish of like junior year. So I was kind of like, I had a lot of, people reaching out, a lot that I never responded to. But
yeah. So did you though, like, did you get most of your looks from your travel team?
Yeah.
From as opposed to your high school team, right? There was no coaches coming to your high school games?
No, it was more just travel. So that's where like a lot of the girls who do go and like end up playing college, they mainly go to your travel stuff because in high school if you don't do well in high school, like it's pretty. Can you still hear me? That thing just came up. Anyway.
Oh, sorry.
No, the coaches usually just come to your travel stuff because that's where like the most like
coaches
competition
and good, good players.
Right. The competition's going to come from because in high school, like depending, because the level that our high school was at, because they do different levels. I'm not sure how to explain that, but our competition was a little bit better in like the area around us. We did play teams that were better.
Yeah.
But still, even then, like coaches weren't coming to high school because they know how, those coaches can be and just players in general. So
yeah, honestly, that's how it was. That's how it was back where I'm from too in New York. Mm-hmm. Like nobody really went to the high school games. It maybe like a local school, if they were really interested in a player, would come by. Yeah. But other than that, it was mostly during travel ball where you were getting your looks. Now, do y'all have like big showcases and like if you wanted to, like I don't know, I don't think you did that stuff, did you?
I went to a couple camps, but they were just like 3 hours long and it was like 50 girls and it was just very frustrating because it's all girls who like are not very good, but they want to play somewhere. So it's like that's kind of like their only opportunity. And a lot of the times, like you had to be on like a decent travel team and like be on a team with a coach who like knew other players because that's kind of I feel like how everything is nowadays. It's who you know.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
Do you think this is something that we talk about a lot with the baseball factory because there is a softball factory as well. So do you think there is a market for helping girls get to college? Like, do you think that's something that's like people would pay for and be interested in or no?
I don't know, just because I feel like it's a little bit, I don't want to say easier as like softball players, but like I feel like that's not really a thing. Like before you told me about the whole softball thing, like I didn't realize that was even a thing. So like maybe for like the people who are in warmer places, they probably maybe heard of it. But I feel like in the Midwest, because that's, where I've been my whole life, that's not really a thing.
Yeah. So do you think though it's just because people don't know about it, or do you think it's just because it's not really something that they could see worth the money because people in Illinois, if they want to play college softball, have been?
Yeah. I think it's a little bit of both. I feel like people, mainly I feel like it's a lot of people just don't know about it, but then there's also things that like, I know when I first started, like we signed up for this thing that was like supposedly like gonna get you wherever you want to be, and like you're posting your videos, and it ended up just being a bunch of BS. And it's like,
yeah. So even if there is like something like we have, like, you know what I'm saying, similar to the baseball factor, similar to Perfect Game, if there is something out there like that, it's just not as legit, basically.
It's hard to tell because like I didn't really have to, my own experience, I didn't really have to go through very much, you know, trying to reach out to people. They were more, that sounds so bad, but they were more reaching out to me type of thing.
No, that makes sense. I mean,
I didn't really have to.
It makes sense. That's a good segue into what I'm just about to get into about your college career, because I've heard about your high school career. I've asked questions about your high school career, but I got to witness with my own 2 eyes your college career. And one thing that I wrote down to make sure that I say, and this is how I describe you all the time to people whenever they ask me about you, is that you have always been able to roll out of bed and rake. You've heard me say this before. Yeah. I know you have. I say it to people all the time. And I really mean that, like, because unless I asked you to go hit, or unless I instigated you going to hit, you literally never, ever, ever did anything on your own to get yourself better. And that is so frustrating to a guy like me, because I've put in so much time and so much effort into trying to get better. And the girl that I decide to spend the rest of my life with just literally rolls out of bed, doesn't lift, doesn't go to the weight room, and has a better swing and hits more homers than I do.
Yeah.
Very
that's
frustrating.
Like one thing if any of my coaches ever see that, practicing was, and they probably know it too, but I could not stand practice.
And this is why I was excited to bring this up, because I don't know who's going to listen to this podcast, or if any of your old coaches are eventually going to hear this. But I did think about that. I was like, oh, it's not like she's going to get in trouble for saying this. Like, it's not like you have your college coach to answer to, anything like that. So when I wrote that down, I was like, oh, this is going to be awesome. I can expose her on the Arm Barn podcast right now. Yeah. So, and the one thing I also wrote down here is all summer long. So I just talked about you hitting everybody. She was also a phenomenal pitcher. So she pitched, at least 2 games a weekend, and at least 3 games a week for her entire college career. Yeah. And this is you ready for, so here we go. I know I'm blowing smoke up your ass right now, but here we go. This is another one. You were to literally not throw all summer. Not once.
Yeah.
And then you'd show up in the fall. I remember you'd get home and you'd be like, yo, I'm getting raked at practice right now, or something like that. And then you wouldn't care. You'd be like, I'll be fine. And then, like, a day would go by and you'd be like, all right, yeah, I'm fine. I feel good. And I'm like, yo, are you kidding me right now? If I took the entire summer off and didn't do anything and then just tried to show up to practice, I would have been atrocious.
I think the main reason I didn't care about that so much is because as I pitched, I couldn't stand that either. All I wanted to do was hit.
I know. Yeah, so at practice, you probably threw I've seen it even, that you throw your quick bullpen and then you go hit or play outfield.
My spins.
You'd rather spend more time on stuff that you're not even going to do in the game. Now, not hitting. You do hit and stuff at practice. I'm not saying that. But you'd rather go take ground balls or take fly balls, which you will very rarely do in the game, as opposed to actually work on your pitching.
Yeah.
Which makes me laugh. And I'm just letting everybody know how annoying it is. Last thing I want to say about your college career, and then we're going to move on already. As much as I would love to talk about it, because I had so much fun, but I'd rather get into, just some lighter, more fun topics.
Yeah.
Is the fact, and again, still me saying this 3 years after we've graduated, this blows my mind, this stat. And Eckerd tweeted it out, or they put it up on Instagram, that you are top 10 in 40 different records. Is everybody hearing this? So and it's not like Eckerd College's softball program has been around just for 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been around for, there's been a lot of softball players that go through there and a lot of good softball players that go through there.
Yeah.
And, you are number one in a bunch. I don't know. I don't know which, I don't know. I don't remember the exact ones, but just this simple stat of top 10 and 40 is absolutely preposterous, especially following everything that I've just said up until this point.
Yeah. Well, I think that when I saw that, because I didn't know, I'm not one to like go look at, stats and records. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. And obviously everybody listening, like, don't get me wrong. It does help that you have the pitching and the hitting.
Oh yeah.
But just split it in half and you're still 20 records in each top 10. I mean, that's ridiculous. It's absurd. I'm like top 10 in, I think, 4, maybe 5 max, no more than 5. And obviously I feel pretty accomplished for doing that, but you just make me feel like an absolute bitch, which, bowling, golf, your softball career, just kind of the things add up. And for some reason, I still want to hang out with you, even though I get my ass kicked all the time.
It's part of the package.
Part of the package, I guess. But I also, it's going to benefit when, like I said in the softball song, it's going to benefit, when we have kids. I'm going to love watching them learn how to swing from you. And, I can take a back seat and I can honestly just enjoy it until they get older and I can make those, bigger adjustments.
Right.
But that's going to be awesome.
Little
So
lefties.
I hope I'm down to force them at least to hit lefty for sure. So Cole, quickly, I just want you take a moment here. This is just going to be you talking.
Okay.
I just wanted you to tell everybody the story of how we met really quick. And then we're going to go into some stupid crap about our relationship. So go ahead.
Okay. So how I remember it. Well, basically, like my friend Avery, that's kind of how, I heard of you because I've seen you around campus. I've heard you around campus because let's be real.
Use this moment that I'm giving you to talk shit. That's what you're going to do? Okay, go ahead.
Don't ruin my moment. Anyway.
Sorry.
I've seen you around through like, just obviously on campus and then at the field and stuff. I didn't really talk to you until like a couple of months in, I think. Obviously, like just, saying hi if we were like passing by, stuff like that. But not even really then because I didn't see you that often. But Toga came around and that's kind of when, we were all there wherever, what was that dorm called?
Oh, Omega. We were in the baseball room, right?
Yeah, but that was for Toga. We were in Kappa.
Oh, yeah, we were at Kappa Field.
We were at Kappa, and I was talking to you, and you're like, hey, you want to go down to South Beach? And I was like, sure. And you were in your Olaf toga, and I'm just in a freaking bed sheet. I'm like, okay. And then we went down there. We were sitting there till like 3 in the morning with a girl puking next to us. Fireworks over here, and a kid twirling his fireballs around. Yeah. And then
Wait.
then,
Let's pause there for a second. Just quickly. That's a prime example to point out the kind of college we went to. Like, just think about that for a second. It was 3 o'clock in the morning, and there was a girl puking to one side of us, fireworks, somebody lighting off fireworks on the beach. We're on the beach. Fireworks next to us, and then there was a guy just twirling fireballs on a string.
Yeah.
And then it was just me and you sitting there in togas. So that's a nice imagery moment for everybody listening. So go ahead.
And then after that night, we kind of just stopped talking. And then because you were driving. You're probably still driving. No, it was you. But anyway, we're gonna skip that. And then Special Olympics came around, and we were, doing all that event, playing basketball with the kids. And then later that weekend, I got a text saying, "You going to the basketball game?" I was like, "Why is he talking to me?" And then the rest was kind of history. Started hanging out.
And I mean, you are leaving out the part where you played hard to get for a while and would tell me that, yeah, guys, listen up, because this is something you may have to deal with, and watch out for this stuff. She would tell me, I would be like, "Oh, you want to hang out tonight? You want to watch a movie? You want to go get food? Anything?" And she would say, "No, I have homework to do, or I have a paper to write." And then I was easily fooled by this because I was interested in you and I was blind to the bullshit. But it eventually changed. And I realized that you saying that you had papers to write and homework was all BS, like I said, and you just were playing hard to get and didn't want to come hang out with me at first. So don't leave out the part where you did that.
I thought I put that in there.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
but
okay.
All right. So now that we kind of gave them, how we met, just a little intro to our relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to tell a funny story that happened to us. Honestly, I could not tell you when this was. I know it's, within like 2 years, maybe. I think it was during the COVID, when I was at your house during COVID.
Okay.
So everybody, Nikole, anybody who knows me knows that I don't get uncomfortable very often, Nikole. You can agree with this. You can agree with this. She's already laughing. She's already laughing because she probably knows what story I'm about to tell, and she's going to be so mad at me for me making this public. And so can you attest? Can you attest that I don't get uncomfortable in public? Even if something embarrassing happens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm with her family during the COVID, right after I leave spring training. We go there, and me and Nikole spot. We'd always get breakfast at this place. I always screw up the name. What the heck's the name of it? Great American?
Yeah.
All American Bagel?
Great America. Great
Okay.
American Bagel.
Great American Bagel.
Oh, this is the story.
Yeah. Yeah. You're going to be, I know. So we're at Great American Bagel Shop, this bagel spot we would always, wake up and go to in the morning. And I'm sure other people in relationships deal with this. Your significant other not being able to pick what they want or order their own food or anything like that. So Nikole that makes me order at the drive-thru. Always.
Everywhere.
Okay? Everywhere. So I say, Nikole, what do you want? Simple order. She usually goes, everything bagel with cream cheese, something like that. So I go, okay, cool. You want everything bagel with cream cheese? What do you want to drink? Get the order down. I know what I want. I pull up to the window. There was probably a line. We get up to the window. As soon as we pull up to the window, she not only rips the loudest fart ever into the drive-through speaker. Not only does she do that, she undoes her seatbelt and points her butt at it from the passenger seat.
Are you kidding me?
So Nikole did not know I was telling this story on this podcast right now. So this is a real life reaction because I know she's going to be pissed at me for saying this live, but I don't care because it is one of the funniest moments of my life. I've never laughed harder. We pulled up to the window. If she didn't hear it, like I would bet my life that she heard it, to be honest with you. She asks, we get to the window. You were there. You know what she asked. She goes, "Oh, what were you guys laughing at? What were you guys laughing at?" So she pretended like she didn't know. Meanwhile, you were dying laughing for like 10 minutes. We couldn't order for like 10 minutes. So
Thank you for that.
Yeah, I was just about to say, how you feeling after I just revealed that to the world?
I got nothing.
All right. So now,
embarrassing.
so now moving on after that.
Oh.
The next thing, just quickly, I just want to tell everybody, this is just going to make you giggle real quick. But I just want to tell everybody 2 nicknames that I've picked up along the way from you and or your mother, my future mother-in-law. And I won't go into huge details. This is just going to be quick. So the first one, this is an okay one. I'd give it like a 6 out of 10. I was eating cereal. Don't remember when. Got some milk in my beard, like a drop of milk in my beard. I was getting called milk beard for a significant period of time. Then wait, no, this is the better one. And I'm sure you probably know what I'm going to say. And your mom is going to be dying laughing when she watches this episode. I know she is. One time, I'm not feeling that great. Or no, it was the cats. It was the cats. So now I'm good usually when I go to your house. But in the beginning, my eyes would get super itchy from Nikole's cats, everybody. So my eyes are super itchy, and you and your mom were like, hey, Lauren takes a Benadryl all the time. She's fine. I'm like, listen, I've taken a lot of Benadryl in my life. I know that I get super drowsy. Correct? All this information is factual up until this point. Then I proceed to knock out and take a 4-hour nap. Wake up. My eyes weren't itchy anymore. After I took a 4-hour nap, my eyes weren't itchy anymore, so that it at least worked. But then, all of a sudden, I don't only wake up with not itchy eyes, I wake up with a new nickname. And does anybody want to guess what that is? Oh yeah, Mrs. Van Gennep was calling me Benadryl for the rest of the time that I was there that trip, and continues to mention it to this day.
Oh my God.
So everybody, this is all stuff that you have to look forward to when you meet your significant other and their in-laws. They're going to be giving you nicknames and, all that good stuff. So, all right, that's all I got for your career, our relationship. Last part of the show, everybody knows it by now, I hope. It's called Catch's Corner. And we're coming up on 30 minutes, but I'm feeling pretty good about this episode. I think we're doing good. So just we'll fly through this and we'll call it a night. All right, sweetheart? All right. So first question of Catch's Corner. I'm not answering this one, just you. I'll maybe give my number 1. Here we go. Okay. You ready? Catch's Corner. Catch's Corner. All right. Give me your top 5 chips of all time.
Funyuns.
Number 1?
Yeah.
Or 5 to 1, or Funyuns right off the bat, number 1?
1.
Okay, Funyuns 1. Ew, first of all. Just add that.
Funyuns. I'd have to go the cheddar sour cream.
Sour cream cheddar. Ruffles, I'm assuming?
Yeah, or like the Lay's looking ones.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Probably normal Lay's. Barbecue. And
no
then
Doritos?
They're not, I love Doritos, but they're not my top 5. Fair. Although, I'm going to tell you what I've always said. I have yet to meet a chip I haven't liked. And then I'm going to go 5 sour cream and onion.
Okay, that's not bad. That's a good list. Solid list. Now, quickly, this is just a little add-on question I was going to ask you. Okay. Any quick flavor off the top of your head that you wish was a chip that isn't? Because I know one for me.
I think everything, because like fried pickles would be it, but they have it. Okay,
fair. You want to know what it is for me? This is going to be really weird. You've never heard this.
Okay.
McDonald's chicken nugget. I think that would be a fire chip.
That's disgusting.
So I might make that a TikTok clip this week and tag McDonald's and Lay's and just hope that it blows up. But yeah, okay. So moving on, it's another top 3 question.
Okay.
Give me your top 3 Disney characters of all time. And I mean more like, traditional Disney. Like I'm not
Okay.
counting like Thor and stuff, Marvel stuff as
All right.
Disney.
Okay, well, I like them all. I shouldn't say all.
I know.
Okay, but I like Ariel,
Okay, that's number 1.
Tinkerbell,
Number 2.
and I'd have to go, which I guess he's probably Eeyore.
Yeah, that's
He's
one
so
I know.
cute.
Yeah, I know that is one you've always said you'd liked. So that's
Yeah.
definitely fair. I have my 2, kind of go-tos for
Yeah.
Disney, which for me, Buzz Lightyear, obviously. Buzz is number 1, will never come out of the number 1 spot because there's never been a part in a Disney movie that has made me laugh harder than when they flip the switch on Buzz's on his back to make him speak Spanish. Yo, I can't even, like, I'm serious, like, I can't think about it for too long because I'll start to think of lines and stuff, and that cracks me up. The way he talks to Jesse, oh my gosh, I lose my mind every time. So I think I'm going to make a video too, probably throw in the clip of Buzz talking in Spanish. So yeah, and then obviously my second favorite, I think this is Mike Wazowski. Mike Wazowski has always been just like one of those characters that I've always loved. So I don't really have a third one. I didn't really think about a third one. So moving on. Favorite Cowboys player of all time. I know it's a touchy subject right now, but favorite Cowboys player of all time, who you got?
Of all time?
All time.
Okay, well, I feel like it changed this year because
Okay.
I got his jersey this year.
All right. So your new favorite is CD Lamb.
Yeah.
But of all time, like, give me somebody.
I'd probably go Zeke.
Zeke, fair.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to go, honestly, when I wrote this question, I thought you were going to go like Tony Romo or Jason Witten or one of those.
I
But
could have, but that was more like I shouldn't say too little, but like
I got you.
They were
you
just-
you didn't pay attention as much back then.
yeah, not as much as I do now.
I got you. Okay. Well, CD Lamb, fair enough. He is awesome. I don't particularly root for him because he's on Nick's dynasty team in fantasy. But other than for that reason, CD Lamb, absolute stud.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one you may have to think about for a second too.
Okay.
If you could meet one MLB player, current or retired, who would it be?
I'm not.
Is this an easy question? No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, because you know who I was gonna say.
I mean, is it Timmy?
No.
It's
But-
not?
Think about the same team who followed me on Instagram.
Oh, would it really be Moncada even now still?
No, I don't think so. If I had to go, God, you know who it would be? Because he seems so fun. Yolmer
Yolmer.
Sanchez.
I knew it. You know why? That's the reason I asked this question. I was hoping it would be Yolmer because listen, I don't keep up with everybody, the Braves sign and stuff. But I'm pretty sure the last team he was on was us in the minor leagues in AAA last year.
Oh, really?
So,
Yeah,
I don't know if he's still with us, but if he is, and I happen to run into him at spring training, I will absolutely be asking him to sign a ball for me to give to you because I know that he's your favorite player. Like
He's
ever.
so funny.
Yeah,
But
so
if you wanted like a legit one, maybe Paul Konerko.
yeah, I mean, like if you got to pick a White Sox, like if
Yeah.
you're gonna pick a White Sox great, like Frank Thomas or Paul Konerko or like Mark Burley,
There's a
you
lot.
know, yeah. I mean, anybody from that. What year did they win?
2005.
2005 World Series
Yeah.
would be sick. You know, my sleeper, Scott Besednik,
Yeah.
such a sick player.
Yeah.
And for some reason, oddly more famous than you'd think. For some reason, everybody always knows him too.
Mm-hmm.
Just one of those names. All right. This one I'm kind of excited about. I thought of this one last minute. It's kind of a cool question. And I'm excited to hear your answer because I don't know. If you had to eat at one restaurant for breakfast, one restaurant for lunch, one restaurant for dinner, the rest of your life, so you pick one restaurant for each, so 3 different restaurants, what are you going for breakfast? What are you going for lunch? And what are you going for dinner? Not the meal, but just the place. So you can order anything from it.
Breakfast is easy. It's Frog Pond from Florida.
From Florida.
It's my favorite.
Okay, restaurant on St. Pete Beach.
Yeah.
If you're ever on St. Pete Beach, look it up. Fantastic. Waffles, omelets, everything. So go ahead.
Portion.
Huge portion.
Lunch, I'd have to go. Oh gosh. Probably Baker Square. I don't know if you'd have those by you.
No, I don't know what that is. What is that? What food is that? Sandwiches?
No, they have pies.
Pies.
Yeah. They've got
And
pies.
That's what you choose for lunch every day? They just got pies. You would just want pie every day.
No, I just get it to go.
What kind of pie would you get then? Now I need to
Oreo?
know. So you're so you're going with a pie place for your lunch for the rest of your life.
I mean, it's a good lunch, but then you get a piece of pie.
Okay. Oh, so they have other stuff.
Yeah. And that's
Okay,
just
you
crazy.
I thought Baker Square sounds like just a bakery to me, so I literally just thought you chose for your lunch for the rest of your life.
Just pie?
Just a place where you can just get baked goods, like cookies and stuff. But okay, so they got like regular food and stuff too.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. And what about dinner?
Dinner. I'm a big... Oh my gosh, that sounds hard.
Yeah, dinner is the tough one for me too.
Well, because I feel like I mean, I don't really go that many places, but I'd probably pick like a hibachi place.
A hibachi place? That's
Yeah.
totally fair. That's totally fair. That's some good, a lot of variety, different meat,
Yeah.
different, yeah, that's fair.
The
Vegetables.
noodles.
Yeah, good. Okay. That's definitely fair. Okay, so I guess I'll just tell you my 3 real quick. For breakfast, easy. I mean, I can't believe you didn't say this because I feel like you're going to switch your answer after you hear it. But I'm going My 3 Sons, the Floral Park bagel shop.
Yeah.
Every day for the rest of my life. Easy. That one I wouldn't even get sick of. It'd be too easy. Lunch, Publix. And I could get a different pub sub. I could get a different pub sub every single day. That would be cake. Honestly, for lunch, I could bounce between ham and turkey and chicken tender, and I would be just fine forever.
Yeah.
Dinner, very tough choice. But I just went with a place that I really have never gotten sick of, and it's pretty consistent, and it's Cracker Barrel.
That's a good one. You do
So
love
I'm
that
going,
one.
yeah, I'm going My 3 Sons, local Floral Park bagel shop. I'm going Publix. It's an East Coast for all you Arizona and West Coast people. It's just a grocery store, has subs, all that kind of stuff. And then I'm going Cracker Barrel for dinner.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's all I got for Catch's Corner, Cole. I hope you enjoyed those questions.
I did.
That's pretty much all I got for this show. I hope you had fun, Cole. I think you did a great job. Yeah, I know you don't like talking in public and stuff, but since it's just me and you, I feel like you really opened up. You did an awesome job. So again, thank you for coming on. I hope everybody else enjoys it. And it's not just because we got to hang out on FaceTime for a little bit. So I hope everybody else enjoys it because I know I just had a blast. Just quickly, everybody, I do always forget to say this. If you're watching them on YouTube and enjoying them, if you could subscribe, that would just be awesome. And also leave a review on Spotify. Just click however many stars you want to do. I don't care if you want to put 1 star or 5 star. I don't care. But if we get to a certain amount of reviews, it gets posted on Spotify for everybody to see. So right now we don't have enough for it to get posted. So leave a review. And if you really like the show, spread the word a little bit. I am trying to grow this a little bit. So everybody, I don't say this often just because I care about, having fun more and, doing a good job with the guest. But yeah, I wouldn't appreciate if you guys could tell, spread the word, all that good stuff. So again, Nikole, I hope you have fun and thank you for being on the show. Anything you want to say to close out the show?
I don't know. I could think of some.
All right. So on that note, thank you for listening to this week's episode of The Arm Barn, and I hope you enjoyed it.
Ciao.